Hey, what's going on, folks? Klutch here. Guys, it's a new blog post from Giants regarding Farm Sim 22. And they're talking about seasons. You can see it all right here. Let's go through this together. Now, we know seasons is now a base part of the new farming simulator, Farming Sim 22, coming out this fall. We know that seasons is going to be, well, it's going to be a thing that's built into it previously. Seasons, of course, was a mod that you'd install. For Farm Sim 22, this is going to be a built-in feature of the game. It's probably arguably the biggest feature, let's be perfectly honest here. So this is going to be news for the next 6 months. We're going to be talking about exactly what that means, and it sounds like it might be, well, similar but different, I guess, is the best way to put this. We'll see exactly what Giants has in store with us, but this is, well, other than the reveal trailer, this is the first information we're getting about, well, what Farm Sim 22 is going to have involved with seasons, at least. So let's take a look through the blog post here. Let's go through it together. We got some new pretty pictures, and I like pretty pictures. I was hoping for some kind of a trailer, more video, but you know, it's still early. Let's be honest. I mean, it's only 2 weeks out from the release of the trailer, so we've got some time still. First look at seasonal cycles in Farming Simulator 22. That's one thing. They call it seasonal cycles as well, not just seasons, because seasons, of course, is the name of the mod. They've been calling it seasonal cycles in a lot of their documentation I've been seeing. So just a note of that, seasonal cycles instead of just seasons. Interesting. So get ready for spring, summer, fall, and winter. Farming Simulator 22 announced the new installment of the series just nearly, well, it would be almost 2 weeks ago now. You already saw a glimpse of the season cycle and in the teaser trailer. So if you remember the teaser trailer, it's the hat spinning through on the hood of the truck. I think we discussed this. It's probably, it looks like a Ford to me, but anyways, it went from, I think it was fall over to winter. So it looked like it was fall in the background, and then when it spins back, it comes back in and it's winter, a bunch of snow on top of the cab. So that's kind of what they're talking about there. You get a glimpse of what the season cycle looks like. Before we take a look at some of the brand new material, let's talk about the seasonal cycles real quick. What you need to know, our version of the 4 seasons is different from the mod in Farming Simulator 17 and 19. So that's what we're talking about. The seasons mod and the seasonal cycles, well, it's the same end product almost, I guess. I mean, obviously you're gonna get seasons cycles. It's just there's something different about it. I can't quite name what it is yet, so hopefully they tell us a little bit more about it. Things will work differently, and we're creating our own version of the 4 seasons changing environment in the game. Since the game and seasonal cycles are still in development, we won't give you any in-depth details right now, but stay tuned for more soon. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for more details now, but what are you gonna do? So we got some screenies. Look at these bad boys. So let's take a look at this first one. Now I'm assuming this must be summer, right? Like nothing's really growing yet. Everything's fully grown. We don't have little sprouts in the back, but that being said, in this field here, there's not much going on. You would think there'd be more, like it almost looks, it could be spring still too, but I'm thinking this is a summer shot. This is my bet. I bet you this is summer. Because everything looks nice and lush and green. This old farmhouse, this is classic. This has got to be North American. Like I'm looking at the map as well. I'm assuming this map is going to be a North American map. This feels like that big, look at that silo system back there. That's like a co-op almost. Let's zoom in a touch here and see if we can see anything else. Just taking a look at this house here. Now, this is awesome too. I love the TV antenna. That is seriously classic North American right there. A little AC unit on the side. It's not like looks like something off the chimney there. Like a little, cleaning out your chimney basically. Anything else that really sticks out to me? I mean, we got the co-op in the back. We got this field back here that looks like it's tilled to me. It could be, or it's possible that it's harvested as well, but it's really tough to tell. But it looks like, I think I see those tram lines there, right? But everything else looks, you know what, looks normal summer to me. We got a little trough out here. Yeah, it looks good, but nothing much else to see on this one. Like I said, I'm still thinking this one's summer. Let's continue on here then. All right, let's move on down. Yeah, so this one here is definitely fall. You're getting those, look at the colors. Oh man, even like, okay, so did these change down here? Hang on a sec. So the trees obviously changed. We've got obviously, look at these nice golden trees. Even the sky gives you that color, right? The skybox kind of changed over. Now it could be just a time of day, but I feel like there's definitely a difference there. But trees obviously are the big one. Now that's standard, let's be honest. We got this one tree in the back here as well. It's like that red amber color. If we get more of that, like more distinctive color changes, that'd be cool. Now, I wanted to see something. So I noticed like we got all these flowers back in here. I wonder if any of those changed at all. It looks like the grass has changed, to me at least. It looks like the grass has changed. Field's same state. So maybe the field's nothing to look at. Unfortunately, maybe they just changed the seasons, did not bother planting or anything, and then just left that field the way it is. I'm looking on the I was hoping maybe there'd be some changes to the house as well. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. They have the actual house have different decorations changed, like for instance when it went to winter, maybe even having Christmas lights that came up. But like it looks like it's all the same from what I can tell. We'll double check. We'll go back and take a quick look. But these here are flowers and grass. Did they change at all? I mean, we see the tree and the shrubbery but has any of this stuff changed? I don't think it did. I think it's all the same coloring still. I'm just really noticing the trees, of course. Nothing else really to look at there, though, unfortunately. Let's go take a look at back to the summer. I just want to double check this. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. We can zoom this in a little bit there. It looks pretty much the same, guys. I don't think there's much of a difference. Oh, maybe a little bit. Let's just take a quick closer look. So we've got, well, you know what? They're pretty much the same. If it's different, it might just be coincidental, but I'm not seeing any real change to that. We do have this one little shrub right back here. You can see it's changed, but the rest have not. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any changes to the house. I was really hoping we would see like some kind of a difference. I know there's some houses in Farm Sim 19 that they change between. They change statuses during night and day cycles as well. Like a clothesline will go out during the day and be taken back in at night. And I'm not sure if anything has seasons related to like that, but that'd be cool if that could be done. I would be interested in seeing that. But unfortunately, like I said, I'm only seeing some trees and the shrubberies here. Nothing else. The grass looks pretty much the same. We're getting some different light on it up on the top picture versus the bottom one. That's all. So yeah, not a lot to change there, unfortunately. It doesn't look like the grass is really affected by at least summer and fall. Let's keep on scrolling. We're gonna go down and look at spring here. Let's take a quick look at this. So yeah, definitely spring. Definitely spring. Everything just starting to sprout. Now the trees, of course, in Farm Sim, that's something that we need to take a closer look at as well. The trees in Farm Sim 19, when first released, were a little bit different. You know, we get a lot of bendy branches on a lot of the base game trees. I kind of like the look of these better. Now this kind of looks a little bit, I mean, I don't know what's going on up here. That looks a little off. Could be the way the screenshot's taken, mind you, but I get the point. Let's see, the same thing. Foliage kind of down here looks like it's been knocked back a little bit. And once again, no change to the house, unfortunately. I was really hoping we'd see that. And then you got the trees in the back, these yellow trees that were back here in the fall. They're all in the same status as this. Now we got a couple different types of trees, it looks like. You've got like this one that's all the way down to the bottom where before it comes up. You got these ones here that sprout up into a Y a little higher up. I like that. There's some different styles of trees. That's good to see. But I mean, other than that, not a lot to really see here. We got a tin roof. There's nothing really on the house, unfortunately. Like I said, I was hoping between the seasons we would see stuff on the house. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but that is what it is. Let me back this up and we'll take a look. I just want to compare that to this one here again now. And I think, like I said, for the most part, they are pretty much similar. Like there's not. I'm just looking at the shrubbery here. You can see that for the most part, those are still the same. They did not change. It's just the trees and the bushes in the back. So that red bush, you can see it's back here somewhere, but I don't think you can see any kind of foliage on it at all. Let me zoom in on that. Like which tree? Is that this one right here? There's not much there. Like I think that's it. You can see a little bit of red flecks right there, and that's all you're going to get out of that. That's kind of crazy. That's actually a lot of lost foliage on it by comparison. So that's the main seasons. Now, of course, you're not going to have a season cycle without talking about winter, especially if this is North American, which I'm assuming this is a North American map. We got winter. Of course, we're going to have winter, right? Let me zoom this up a little bit. All right, so winter. What do you guys notice here? Once again, trees have lost everything, of course, but still this weird looking branch up here that looks kind of funny. Back in the back, you see, does it have snow on the shrubs? It's really tough to tell. Something is a little bit funny with this whole image right now to me. Now, I love the look of the way the snow's sitting on this roof, but look at the amount of snow that's on this roof. Like that looks like it's almost a foot. Like there's a good 7-9 inches there at least. And then you look at the ground, and I don't get the feeling that that's on the ground. Now, that's okay. I get it. It can just be a look when it starts to snow. Is it going to accumulate? Are we going to get that accumulation effect? Is that a thing that's going to happen? Also, we got some icicles hanging down. See, that's cool. We got some icicles that are hanging down on this. Close in. Yeah, there we go. We got some icicles on the corners. That's legit. I like that. That's a very cool feature. Now, like I said, I would love to see like Christmas lights or something else, some kind of a change happen to the building that happened with each season. I don't know how difficult that would be to do, but even modders, I wonder if that's possible, that they can notice the season it's in and just make a subtle change, like even fall, have some pumpkins out or something like that, right? It doesn't have to be crazy, just something minor, just to remind you what season you're in. I think that'd be kind of neat. Other than that, you can see we got like a frost over here on the trees, but mostly what I'm noticing is, of course, the snow on this rooftop and the depth of it. It looks a little bit too much in my mind, but that's just me. What can I say? All right, let's keep on trucking. We got another screenshot, a totally different screenshot this time. Once again, I'm assuming this is going to be summer right off the bat. I like this little pathway leads into the back where we got a barn, it looks like. That's pretty cool. Looks good. Nice dark greens, some foliage. Gonna keep on moving along, but just keep this in mind as we move on to the next one here, because it's going to be, well, obviously the same shot, but we're going to move through the seasons on these. Where's our fall? There we go. So there we have our fall shot. Once again, lots of yellows. I do like the colorings. I don't think the colorings are nearly as good in Farm Sim 19 for seasons. The season cycle we have here, like there's some red flecks in this. It's just not a yellow, at least. You got some red flecks. No, none of these have changed down here. Nothing's changed other than that. The grass looks the same to me. Could be just be me. And I noticed we did have like these different little pieces down below as well, like these little parts, these little shrubs down here. They were changed beforehand. So really all we're gonna get to see here are these trees. Now that being said, let's take a quick look at this barn. Might be better to do this at winter, but we'll zoom in a little bit there. Yeah, I mean, once again, I'm thinking a North American style barn, but really tough to tell. Can't see anything else in the background. We've got, might be a silo back in here with another building, another outbuilding. Really tough to tell. This looks like a garage of some sort to me. I do like the way this path system works, the way it looks like it kind of meanders in. That's kind of cool. Let's move on to the next. And then there was spring. Oh, there we go. Now this is opened up a little bit once again. All right, how do these trees look? Because like I said, I wasn't thrilled with the last trees, but this one looks a little bit better. I'm not seeing kind of weird looking sticks that are just kind of hanging out there, at least. This one here, that one is kind of way out there. That is what it is, I guess. I think that's, yeah, it's like a power line. I think it's got to be part of the tree. The rest of them look all right. Like this here whole tree looks good to me. But this one here has got that one weird janky looking stick hanging out. And what's with this? That's an interesting looking tree. What is going on over there? But other than that, you know what? Spring is tough with that because you have no foliage and it just looks kind of sparse, right? Nothing, no changing of colors down below. You know, I'm surprised that we're not seeing a difference in height in shrubs. So usually in spring, you're going to have your shrubs kind of matted down, right? They're not going to be as full even. They shouldn't be as big as they are in my mind. And then they should grow up in summer and fall, and then back in winter they kind of get beat down with the snow, and then same thing happens over again. It doesn't seem like that's happening in my mind. I have to double check that, but I don't see any evidence of that so far. And once again, our barn, some fields in the background. There's something right there. I don't know what that is. Definitely a silo. Now you can see we got our silo system right there. So this could be like a cattle barn possibly. And then we have something in the background there. It looks like a telephone pole maybe. Really tough to tell, but this looks like a field of sorts. And finally into winter once again. Okay, so like I said, the shrubbery doesn't get beaten down. Like I said, this should be knocked down a bit in my mind. I wish that would happen, but whatever. We got like frost on the trees. This is a better close-up on the trees actually, right? So let's take a quick look. Trees are looking like they got some frost on them. Like this one almost looked like it's dying a little bit the way it's sitting with the angle we get, but you get a better angle of like that background there where you've got the snow sitting on half of the branch and not around the backside. So it's giving you the idea that snow is actually landing on and staying on the trees. Yeah, even over here, right? You got branch underneath, snow on top. I like that. That's cool. That looks good. Now, how much snow do we have? Is there a difference in depth? It's really tough to tell from this distance. I mean, we got, whoa, come on back. Let's go. We got snow on the roof. It doesn't look like it has the same depth as that last image. I don't see any evidence. It looks like it's just kind of covering it, coating it maybe. Can snow slide off roofs? Is that a thing? Like, is there a difference in depth on the roof? Like, does it just accumulate like it does on the ground? Or is it just once it hits winter that comes? I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm not seeing, like, I think is that a vent right there on top of the barn? That would be covered on the other picture. So it's tough to say, but it doesn't look like they have as much snow on this image to me. Cool. Well, that is the winter image. We have one more picture to look through here. Oh, we got some stuff in the background here. Another silo, maybe a co-op rack back in there. That's a kind of a big-ish building. But yeah, anyways, let's go to our last picture and take a look, starting with summer again. And once again, a North American style house for sure. This is definitely North American style. Let's zoom in a little bit here, just kind of scroll through. Is there anything different we notice on this? It's a classic, you know what, the 2-story house. Interesting. So you've got some bedrooms down over here. Is that a kitchen or the living room? I'm assuming this is the living room. And more bedrooms up top. It's an interesting layout. This is a weird looking layout of a house, if you ask me. Yeah, bizarre for sure. Would there be a basement in this? But anyways, I digress. So you got your double car garage. This does not, I'm wondering if you could open this. Okay, we've got like the ramp here. See, if this is a base game house, I'm wondering, are we gonna be able to get into it? That is something, interior buildings, I haven't seen any evidence yet of any buildings that look like we can enter them. And of course, Farm Sim 19, when it first was released, there was a real problem with that. With a lot of the buildings in the decoration pack, there's only the 2 houses that you could actually go inside of. The rest were not able to go inside of. And this is kind of pointing in that direction as well. This does not look like it's a house you can go into. This looks like a decoration to me. I don't see any evidence that shows that you can get into this. Mind you, this one window right here, if we look at that, so you can see like these are just like boxed in windows with images in behind. They don't look like you can go into them, but this one here, that has a little bit of potential. It's really tough to tell. Maybe not. The more I look at this now, it looks the same. Same with the door. I don't see any reason why that looks like, which would also mean that the garage doors are probably inoperable currently, at least. Now I may be reading into this too much, as this is just a post regarding seasons. However, this is something we're going to be looking at, right? As far as the rest of this goes, once we get the telephone or the antenna on top, nice looking trees. These are big trees. Like look at the size of this thing back here. That is a big tree. Is that a maple? I have no idea. It might be a maple. But anyways, the rest of it, we got some water buckets. We got a basketball net back there. Nice. But everything else is pretty status quo. There's no oil slicks or anything on the ground here in front. Oh, this might be like a gravel. It looks like we got like a gravel road coming in here. Our barbecue off on the side with a little tent, but no oil slicks. I don't. Yes, if it's gravel, I guess that makes sense, I suppose. All right, so let's keep on looking. Let's go down to spring, and of course by spring I mean fall. You guys know what I mean, right? Once again, we're focusing. Obviously, they want to focus on the trees here. I mean, look at the colors. Look at the colors. Skybox change. It's a very noticeable difference in the tone of the sky, I find, between these fall and summer pictures, and even the spring pictures, right? You're going from like, this is almost like a amber red, of course, in the sky. The summer, it's very full vibrant, and then the spring is going to go down to like a bluey, more of a bluey kind of coldy color, obviously. Is that right? Coldy color? I don't know if you can describe that or not. But anyways, so once again, not a lot has changed here as far as everything else. The foliage is all fairly similar, but these trees, these big trees, yeah, you sure get a difference in those in colors. I like that. Now, is that going to be gradual? Or is that going to be like it is right now? It's going to be a step. You know, you hit fall, all of a sudden these trees are amber. Or are they going to change a little more gradually throughout even the last couple of days of summer? Are you going to start seeing some leaves fall? That's something we haven't seen. Like there's no buildup of leaves on the ground anywhere in fall right now, which is something there should be for sure, right? There should be right now. If I look down the ground, I think we should be seeing leaves on the ground down here. Maybe not yet. I mean, this is early fall, but that would be something I think we should see. I think that'd be a nice little touch as well, having little piles of leaves everywhere for sure. All right, let's move on to spring finally. And once again, our trees actually look a lot better in this picture. These spring trees, I'm really liking the look of this. By comparison to the last one, or the first one, where the branches kind of were all, well, like I don't like that. Now this could be a limitation of the picture. Obviously, it's tough to tell, but this doesn't look great right there right now. But other than that, I do like when we're close up, and like I said, it could be a limitation of the picture. Bring this back right over here. Like this looks good. This looks great right here. This whole tree, the way this kind of comes up like that, that looks great. This one back here even looks good too. So I can't complain about that. It might just be a limitation of the picture on both of these ones, where you get this weird little break and then these branches that kind of come out of that. That might be something I might be reading into too much on the other pictures. It's tough to say. Other than that, we've got nothing else really new over here. We got we got like a John Deere lawnmower. I'm sure that's just a decoration. but everything else is status quo. Nothing else has changed. Once again, like I said, the house doesn't look like you can get into it, guys. That's too bad. It looks like those are static pictures behind there. I see no evidence, once again, with the door or the windows that we can get into this place. I was really hoping we'd see more of that. But anyways, let's keep on scrolling. Let's go on to winter. Okay. Let me zoom this out a little bit here. Let's zoom this out just a touch. Just a touch. All right, so once again, we've got the snow buildup and we've got some icicles. Looking at the trees, because once again, we're looking at season stuff first. Trees look good. Once again, I don't know what's going on back here. This looks a little bit funky. I don't know what you guys think of this, but this here spot, are we getting like a weird sunlight coming down at this right now? Is that what that is? It's really tough to tell, but that looks a little bit weird to me. Other than that, nice build up. These trees over here, nothing. We're getting the same thing. Actually, hang on a sec. We're getting the exact same thing with this, like these white branches off here. It might just be the sunlight, but this doesn't make sense. I don't know. That's weird. Doesn't quite look right to me, but who knows? We'll see what else comes past that. I wish, yeah, maybe if it was a little bit darker down in here. I don't know. Tough to tell. Like I said, those white branches though on the top here, they look kind of funky to me. That's just what that is. As for the snow, we got the roof. Once again, the thicker layer. It doesn't look as thick as that first picture. It's pretty thick. I mean, that's still like a good foot of snow right there. Yeah, I guess. Is there no eaves trough? Yeah, there's eaves troughs here. Okay. And we got some icicles that are hanging off them, so we got leaks in our eaves troughs as well, which is great. No icicles on this side. There should be another thing. If we could get like puffs of smoke coming out of the house, like from a fireplace or something, that would be kind of cool. Hey, there's a little birdhouse there. That's nice. I like that. That's kind of cool. On the far side, more icicles. Yeah, like there's no steam or anything coming off of the house. That'd be kind of nice to have, wouldn't it? A little smoke show from a chimney or something like that. Actually, because there's no chimney on this one, is there? There's just, oh, well, I guess that's technically the chimney. But anyways, I digress again. Looks good. I mean, we got lots of snow here. You can see the depth as well with this. Where'd the barbecue go? The barbecue's gone. Okay. So something has changed. I don't think I've seen one since before that. That's anything's changed on. So the barbecue, was it here for the other ones? Okay. Let's take a quick look here. Okay, barbecue. So the chairs and the barbecue left on this one. Let's see, that's still there. Everything else is still there. Bike's still there. I feel like this is that game where you gotta find stuff that's missing or find stuff that's different. So interesting, the barbecue and the chairs left for the winter scene. Ah, interesting. Okay, all right. Now, as well as I was thinking, like with the birdhouse in the spring, it'd be interesting to see if the birds would actually use it. I don't know. That might be a little bit too far. I agree. But anyways, interesting. So there is something that has changed. Now, does that change automatically? Does that just something they did for the screenshot? That's a whole other question. But something has changed. It's not just about seasons. Something has definitely changed. Now, if you look at the depth, of course, the snow is pretty deep over here. Very cool. Anyways, I think that's our last screenshot there, guys. So we'll unveil more about Farm 22 in the coming weeks and months, and as soon as they're ready. So stay tuned and keep your eyes on their socials, yada, yada, yada. Keep your eyes on this channel as well, because we're going to be going through all of it here, folks. But that is going to do our first look at these season screenshots. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you guys know what to do. Slap the like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Have a great day, folks. This is Klutch, over and out.